For this example, I'm going to tell you about the family that I nanny for. By definition, they would be considered my family of orientation because I live with them. Structurally, the family consists of mom, dad, and 2 daughters. Both parents are doctors and work a lot, so functionally, they needed help with childcare. They hired me almost 4 years ago, making this family task-oriented. I get paid to live there, and that comes along with their emotional support. I fall into this family in a transactional way as well. By being there for them for so long, we've thought of and implemented systems to help raise the kids successfully as a team. This requires communication of daily tasks and upcoming events. A pattern family interaction that we have at home is having dinner together at the table every night. It became a ritual because the parents I work for decided that that's how they wanted to raise their family, by having conversations with each other and hearing about everyone's day instead of sitting in front of the TV not talking. I think it definitely helps build a strong bond through communication. A family tradition they've shared with me during the past few years of employment is getting all dressed up and going to Mass on Christmas Eve, then getting burgers and shakes from Red Robin. They always leave the waitstaff a nice large Christmas tip for their appreciation of them working on a holiday. I admire that type of acknowledgement. For family celebration, since the girls have birthdays in September and October, they have a choice of a joint birthday party or a special family outing of their choice. I like that they give them options. This chapter explained 2 different ways to determine conversation orientation. By determining what degree a family encourages members to interact and communicate about various topics. Members of a high conversation orientation communicate with each other freely and frequently about activities, thoughts, and feelings. This unrestricted communication style leads all members, including children, participating in family decisions. Parents in high conversation orientation families believe that communicating with their children openly and frequently lead to a more rewarding lifestyle and help to educate and socialize children, preparing them for interactions outside the family. Families with a low conversation rate do not interact with each other as often. Topics are more restricted, as some thoughts are considered private. Conformity orientation is determined by the degree to which a family encourages conformity regarding beliefs, attitudes, values, and behaviors. A family with a high conformity orientation have parents that decide guidelines for what to conform to. A family with a low orientation conformity encourages diversity of beliefs, attitudes, values, and behaviors, encouraging individuality. Relationships outside the family are important parts of growth and socialization as they teach lessons about the building confidence for independence. A consensual family is high in both conversation and conformity orientations. They encourage open communication, but also want to maintain the hierarchy of a family. A pluralistic family is high in conversation orientation and low in conformity. Open discussion is encouraged for all family members, and parents do not strive to control their children or each other's behaviors or decisions. Instead, they value the life's lessons that a family member can learn by spending time with non-family members or engaging in self-exploration. A protective family is low in conversation orientation and high in conformity, expects children to be obedient to the parents, and do not value open communication. Parents make the ultimate decision and may or may not feel the need to share their reasoning with their children. If a child questions a decision, a parent may simply respond, "because I said so." A laissez-faire family is low conversation and conformity orientation, and they have infrequent or short interactions and don't discuss many topics. I would consider our family to be pluralistic, since we communicate often, but they encourage each of us to be our own person. There is no pressure. In conclusion, I feel as though they welcome me with open arms and treated me as though I'm part of the family. It's worked out for so long because I'm such an open-minded person and fit in with their pluralistic style. I've spent a lot of time becoming close with many different families, and it's cool to know examples of each of these different conversation and conformity levels. I enjoy experiencing the variety of family styles, so I have examples of how I want to raise my future children. Considering the definitions, I'm most likely to be part of a protective family. I believe children should be obedient and not feel entitled. Thanks.